Hi everyone, and welcome to Wig It Out with Nikki. So today I am, for this video, wearing Estetica Kennedy, and I have to apologize, I do not have the color memorized. It's RH1488RT8. But for this video, we are going to be doing Raquel Welch, Dare to Be in pink. This is a heat-friendly wig. I've worn her several times. On another video, I did show you how to apply heat to fix the split ends and get rid of the fizziness. Now, since the day I got her, I have been wanting to put some waves in it and just change it up a smidge. She's beautiful the way she is. She's a lovely bob, but sometimes it's fun just changing it up. And you remember, at least for me, it was back when I was a little kid and still had hair. You'd put the braids in during the summer, you'd go swimming, or your hair would get wet, you'd leave it in overnight, and you woke up the next day and had beautiful waves in your hair. That is the look that I'm going to try to recreate today. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out, we just need a couple items. I am using hair clips, just these little tiny simple clips at the bottom. Normally I use just those clear plastic rubber bands or hair bands, but unfortunately you apply heat and you aren't paying attention, those do melt, and I do not want to take a chance of destroying my beautiful expensive wig. So we're going to use that, a wide tooth comb, some bigger hair clips to hold and portion it out, and of course water. Water's our best friend. You want to use the least amount of actual product like wig hairspray or wig wax or anything like that. The more product you put on, the more environmental processes get onto your wig, so dust, dandruff, and stuff like that. The more frequent you have to wash it, the more you wash it, the less life you're going to have out of your wig. And I don't know about you, but these are spendy. I want to get the best bang for my buck. So I'm just going to start out with running the comb through, just a simple wide tooth comb. Remember, you do not ever want to use anything other than your fingers, if possible, or a wide tooth comb. All right, so we went ahead and did that. I'm going to go ahead and just divide it into sections, make it easier for the next step. So if I can get my wig to stay on the wig stand, perfect. So just section it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is just for the next stage. Fantastic. And then what I'm going to do is just turn it around so that you can see a little bit better on what I'm going to do. Now becomes the time where we get to recreate those braids. Now for this, you don't want them all uniformed. You want some bigger braids, you want some smaller braids. That's going to give it dimension. But before we start, I am going to do a light mist. We do not want to soak it because we are going to be heating this up. So when I say a light mist, just a light mist. And then I'm just going to use my fingers to comb through just to evenly disperse the water. Perfect. Let's see if I can do this, what's considered backwards for me, so that you guys can see. So don't want that in there. So we are going to braid the whole entire head up, and at the bottom we are going to just take our little clips and clip them closed to hold the braid in place while we go to the next section. Don't mind me, again, I'm dropping stuff. I can't do a video. I think it's physically impossible for me to do a video. I'm actually going to divide this out one more time. I think I got a little too much hair the first time. I think it's physically impossible for me to do a video without dropping something. All right, so I'm just going to show you one more braid. And then what I will do is pause the video so that we can speed through to the next the next stage. All right, as soon as I finish this up, I will hit pause and then come back when I'm all done braiding. Okay, so I have all the hair braided. Trust the process. This is only step 2. What we're gonna do next is just separate out a little bit of the braids so that we can apply heat to sections. The braids have to cool before we release them from their clips. So what I'll do is I'm gonna apply heat. Once I'm done, I'm gonna set it and let it cool for about 5 minutes or so. Good rule of thumb is if you're not sure what temperature to curl your heat-friendly wig at, 280 degrees is kind of a good general number. You don't want to be too high or too low. And then what we're going to do is the synthetic hair and fibers have to cool down before you release them. So if you're doing a nice pretty ringlet, once you get the curl, you have to hold it up either with a clip, your hand, something along the lines, another roller. Once it cools, then you can release it. For this, I wanted dimensions, so not all of my braids are the same thickness or the same tightness because I didn't want it uniformed. So all I'm gonna do to recreate that childhood braid that you had or wave that you would get from the summertime is I went ahead and just added the braid, and I'm just going up and down and setting that curl pattern in there. You don't want to hold it in one place too long. You also don't want to, go too quickly. So with the thicker braid, which was one of these, I am going to do it, as you can tell, quite a few times. All right, then I'm just going to go ahead and repeat this process over and over until I am done. So I am going to go ahead and pause the video now that you see what the next step is, and when it comes time to take them out of the braids, I will be sure to return and you can see step 3. Thank you. All right, everyone, I am back. I went ahead and finished up all the curls. I have allowed them to cool, and now comes the fun part, which is just taking off all the little barrettes at the bottom and unbraiding them, and we'll see what the final result is. Fingers crossed. This looks as good as I hope it does. All right. All right, and next is just going to be unbraiding. We'll know from the first one what kind of, oh, look at that beautiful little wave in there. Not anything too big, not anything too small. We'll just go ahead, get these all undone. All right, what do you think? Just a little bit of dimension and some texture and volume in there. Now comes the fun part. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'm going to put her on so you can see the final look. All right, everyone. Lots of hair. She had a lot of volume beforehand, even more so now. I love the waves in there, but what I'm going to do to tame this down a little is I'm just going to take a little bit up front, still leaving a whole bunch down. Twist. She's got a nice monofilament top, so you don't have to worry about wefting showing through, which is really nice. Then I'm just going to add a little hair bobby pin to bring it around. All right, I'm going to do a quick 360. You guys can tell me what you think. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great rest of your day.